So let's go ahead and recap, shall we? There's not enough of them to go around. The ones that are around, a lot of them are incarcerated.
There are around 2 million people incarcerated in the United States. Black Americans make up about 37% of that, which is roughly 740,000 people. Let's say that every single one of them is a black male. That still means 96.9% of black men are not incarcerated. That's over 22 million black men and boys who are not behind bars. But let's be clear, mass incarceration is real, but it's not the primary reason that black women aren't getting married. If most black men are free, why does incarceration still dominate these discussions?
And black women have decided that they don't want to settle for that anymore.
I'm looking for a reform to
hear this, but the men in jail, they got y'all beat out here. How are they applying more pressure than y'all that's on the streets?
Hey, I'm in a relationship with a man in prison. Of course I'm gonna drive 3 hours to go see him.
Incarceration has ripple effects. It removes black men during their prime dating years, it disrupts employment, housing, and emotional health, and it also destabilizes neighborhoods and family structures. And in certain regions, like urban centers, law enforcement involvement is much higher, which leads to the over-policing of black men. So while the national average is low, local dating pools feel the heat, but that's still not the full picture. Now here's the twist. Black women, more than any other group, are willing to marry or support incarcerated men. They visit, they wait, they support emotionally and financially, and many maintain long-term loyalty during and after incarceration. So, if black women are this loyal, even to the men most others would disqualify, then why are their marriage rates still the lowest? Because loyalty doesn't always equal marriage, and often it isn't even mutual. This woman says, our men are the least desirable. That's what she said. Our men are the least desirable, and a lot of black women don't date outside our race. She said, the woman responded, they never want to talk about that part. And then a guy was like, black men are more desired than Asian men, and probably second to white and tied with Latinos. Please don't play these desire games. You know where y'all stand. So you know where that's coming from, right? They said that black men are the least desirable, right? And you know, I have the reference. It's from that OkCupid calculation back in 2014. You remember when this went viral? Now, granted, I don't know how much stock you guys put into this this survey that they did based off of their statistics from their dating app, but this is what they're referencing, the OkCupid. So I'm going to break this down for you guys. I know this looks very busy, but on my page, I got to make it readable because I know that a lot of folks like, man, I ain't trying to do all them calculations. Here we go. I hooked you guys up. So overall desirability ranking 2014 OkCupid. So rank desirability summary. It's ranked from 1 to 8. White men at the top, number 1, rated positively by every group of women. Plus 19% for white women, plus 12% for Latinas, plus 18% for Asians, and -6 for black women. Black women rank white men -6. 2, Asian women rated highly by all men, 15% plus for Asian men, of course, plus 9% white, plus 4% Latino, and plus 2% black men. Coming in third, Latina women, favored by Latino and white men. And this makes sense. Asians and Latinas are typically the ones who marry white men when white men do decide to marry out. Okay? And there you go. And it's averaged by others for the other men. Number 4, white women. Generally positive ratings from all men. Plus 6 for white men, plus 4 for Latino men, and plus 3 for Asian. Now, you see one is missing, right? Black men rank white women -6. And you can see that right here. See right here? -6. So there goes that narrative. Y'all ain't swimming like you thought you would, man. And then 5th, Latino men. Moderately rated, 18 plus for Latinas, 12 plus for white women, and small negatives elsewhere. Okay. And then number 6, bam, you got black men. Mixed results, highly rated by black women, plus 23%, but lowest with non-black women. -27 for Asian women, -16 for Latinas, and -8 for whites. So black men were the lowest with non-black women. Number 6. Number 7, Asian men, strongly preferred by Asian women, plus 24, but rated negatively by all other groups. Black women, -13, Latina, -14, white, -12. And then at number 8, black women. Lowest ratings from nearly all male groups. -20 for Asians, -18 for Latinos, -17 for white men, and only plus 1% from black men. So if you look here, black men rated black women plus 1%. Black women rated black men plus 23%, which is the second highest rating in comparison to how Asian women rated Asian men at plus 24. Y'all see that? That's crazy, right? All right. So did we clear that up? Did we? The most desired thing is that y'all need me to explain anything further? And again, like I said, it depends on how much stock you put into that survey. You know, if you just want to dismiss it, oh, hell no. You know, and it's in that survey is, and a bunch of others is in the Dating Divide book. I always talk about this book. I want you guys to check it out and read it. Yeah, it's cited in here as well. Okay. Now let's go to the next comment. This woman said, sadly mistaken. Most black men don't choose us. They want to date outside their race. Then this woman says, everyone knows black men don't marry nobody, not even the preferences. And then this woman says only about 34 to 36% of black men are even married, and 15% of that number are married to non-black women. So we outnumber them. Mass incarceration, unalivings, the percentage that are not hetero. You knew the gay thing was going to come in. And then education gap and their lack of interest in marriage. So they saying black men have a lack of interest in marriage. No, it's actually the opposite. And I have a video out there to prove it. I'll put it in there. But let's start here. And we just talked about this in my most recent video, but let me go ahead and share one more time. So back in 2021, Black Demographics posted this, and I see people still referencing this. 85% of black men had a black wife, and then the rest, 15%, were non-black women. Okay, you guys remember this report? And then at the time, in 2021, married black women, 93% had a black husband, and then the rest were non-black men. You fast forward, this debunks that narrative that black men don't want black women. We still marry black women at the highest rate, but there was a shift. So black men in the U.S. are more likely than black women to be married. So that narrative about black men not desiring marriage in comparison to black women, it's false. Black men are married at a higher rate, 36% to 29%. All right. And then to go a little further, and this is from 2023, mind you, black men in the U.S. were more likely than black women to be married to someone who was not black. So now currently, 79% of black men who are married to black women. And then 21%, which is now 1 in 5. 1 in 5 married black men are now married to another race of women. That's shocking. I mean, that should be shocking to the black community, but it is what it is. And now currently from 93% 87% of black women are married to married black women are married to black men, and now 13% of black women are married to non-black men. But this 21 to 13% gap is the largest gap among all major racial groups in regards to marrying out. So black men, 1 out of 5 married black men have a non-black wife. Okay? And don't forget that black men, the trend analysis states that we are heading up in regards to marriage. So in 2026, 2027, black men's marriage rates will hold steady or rise slightly from 36% to 38 to 40%, and black women's may fall from 29% to 26 to 28%. And this is based off of a lot of factors, based off of the survey that they did in Pew Research, where they said black women didn't want marriage as much as black men. No, that wasn't the Pew Research. That was all women didn't desire marriage as much as men. And then the study that I referenced in my video on demand book or video, where it states there was a large amount of black men who still desired marriage in comparison to black women. And now you see this young woman say, hey, it's not a big deal. It's just a piece of paper. And you see that message all across social media. I see black women say that every day. They don't want marriage because, and you guys let me know if this is a good hypothesis. Do you think that if I had a room full of the black women who thought that everything that I just debunked was true and they thought it was, something else, like the young lady in the video, do you think they would change their mind and warm up to black men and be like, well, damn, I thought that we were outpacing black men in regards to college at a higher rate. I thought we did out-earn black men. I thought we were married at a higher rate than black men. Whoop-de-doo. But then they see the stats and they'll be like, well, shit, let me stop talking crazy about them and let me start seeing them as more marriageable than I thought they were. Do you think this will help? Chris said maybe 15%. None of your business says nope. You say nope. Of course not. See, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like not you guys, but just the whole debate thing. If you guys are under the impression that, they ain't going to believe that, they won't even accept these statistics. And then, based off of the responses, I'm like, I don't think so. And at that point, I mean, what can I do? And I get it. You guys want me to go out there and, fight the good fight, but what's the point? Sad, but damn.